might not. Hey, it might be at an impasse and might need to move on because this place isn't the place you want to be anymore because the team's not making the right news or whatever. But Buddy Hield got on there and he was talking about his contract negotiations with the Kings and basically said, hey, I go out there, I play ball. Like, that's what I do. Basically talking about how the Kings may or may not want to sign him, but he said basically, especially a low market like this, Sacramento, name one big free agent who came to Sacramento. He said that out loud. Like, he had to have been thinking after he said it, man, I wish I could delete that text. Oh, that wasn't a text. That was me speaking? Oh, that's even worse. But it kind of made me scratch my head. It's like, okay, cool. So you want them to sign you. You want them to give you this max deal because you feel like you didn't get necessarily offered the max deal, and $100 million is disrespectful to you because you're worth more than that. Why? Because you're the best player on Sacramento.
He's not.
Right. I know he's not. Like you said, what do you got? You got Bagley. You got De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Fox is the franchise, bro.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, you gotta. And I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying he's not great. He's just on his way. But it was just crazy just hearing him say that. And, I agree with the other part that he said. If every player's not playing for the max, I don't know why you're in the NBA. That I agree with. Because everyone wants money. Well, who gets the most money? The players with the max contract. So why am I not going to play hard enough to get the max? So I get that part. But what he doesn't realize about the NBA, just like anything else, like a car. A car has wheels, a car has tires, a car has an engine. Each component does something to go in a direction with the vehicle. And it's the same thing. You can't just have, two superstars and no one else. I'm talking about like bench spots for everyone else. It doesn't work in the NBA. That's the thing. You have to have shooters. You have to have guys that play 12 minutes but get like 10, 15, 10 rebounds or something like that. Those are the flavor players you have to be able to compete in the NBA. And, Buddy Hield's thing is, well, we're all playing for the max. Well, yeah, you are all playing for the max. Your mentality should be, but not everybody has the skill set to do it. Not everybody can or should. Not everybody has this idea that I want to be a millionaire. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, we all want to make money, but does every person on this planet Earth wake up every morning and say, I want to be a millionaire? No, they don't. Now there are some that do, and that's fine. But the base of what I'm trying to get around to is that you have to know your role. And right now, his role is not the number one max player on that team. And by him doing that, he's outing himself. And he's like, "Hey, if I go somewhere else, I go somewhere else. I don't care." I'm like, where do you come off like you just won a championship with the Kings last year, or y'all just finished, top 5 in the Western Conference?
Yeah,
make the playoffs, then come back and talk to me. Is my advice to Buddy.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard about these comments, the first thing that popped in my head is, who the hell are you? You're not even the top. I think, he might be top 10 in the Western Conference as guards, maybe. I'd have to sit down and think about it. But like you said, you're not the main player on your own team. And the bigger thing about that for me is, if you're committed to winning, if you want to get, let's say you do get signed to the max, the Kings give you all the money, they back that Brinks truck up, the bag is secured. Now, me, as a free agent, why would I want to sign for Sacramento when the star player just said, when's the last time a big-time free agent came to Sacramento, small market team? Well, you know what? If that's your mentality and you're going to be my teammate, I just crossed your team off of my list of potential teams to play for because you made a signing to off a place to play. So I don't want to be your teammate. I don't want to play for that franchise. That sounds very New York Knickish to me. So I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm good on that. So I think that he didn't really think that through at all. I understand the frustration. I understand that he sees guys getting paid left and right in the NBA. Your time will come. But like you said, you don't got the 11th guy on the bench getting paid the most money of the whole team. Everybody has to know their slot and know their role. Is he one of the top 3 players in the Kings? He is. But in my opinion, Buddy Hield's not the best player on that team at all.
No.
It starts and ends with De'Aaron Fox.
Not even close.
So yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for us on the Western Conference preview. Interesting takes. We are going to have our award winners as far as MVP, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year. We'll have all that stuff on our Twitter. Make sure you guys give us a follow at Buckets and Dimes. As always, you can find us everywhere. The main place you can find us is nutsandballsports.com. If you can't go to nutsandballsports.com for whatever reason, Spotify, just search Buckets and Dimes. We are on iHeartRadio. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Stitcher. We're pretty much all over the place. Excited to get started again next week. talk about some regular season basketball. That should be fun. Start getting this guest to roll into as well. And as always, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Joe Cardoza, and he is Patrick Hillwig. Until next week,
peace.